Insightful podcasts by informative hosts. Insights into Things, a podcast network. Welcome to Insights into Tomorrow, where we take a deeper look into how the issues of today will impact the world of tomorrow. From politics and world news to media and technology, we discuss how today's headlines are becoming tomorrow's reality.
Hello everyone, welcome to Insights into Tomorrow, Episode 8, Voter Suppression. My name, as your temporary host for today, is Sam Whalen. I'm joined by my co-host, Joseph Whalen.
Thank you, Sam, and if you do a good enough job, it might not be temporary.
We will see what happens. Before we get to today's topic, just a couple of things I want to mention. Make sure to subscribe to us on all your podcast services. That includes Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and anywhere else you get your podcasts around the globe. Most importantly, if you are watching on Twitch or watching the rebroadcast and you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime, so you can give us the Twitch Prime subs, and they do help us out a lot. Contact information, if you want to email us, you can email us at comments at I'll just try that again. Comments at insightsintothings.com. Twitter, we are at insights_things. We can find the video on YouTube at youtube.com/insightsintothings. Like I said, we are streaming 6 days a week on Twitch, twitch.tv/insightsintothings. Audio is going to be on podcast.insightsintoentertainment.com, Facebook, Insights Into Things podcast. And finally, links to all these, if you missed any of them, are on www.insightsintothings.com. Thank you so much for watching.
Let me correct one thing there. It's actually the audio's podcast.insights into tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Insights in Entertainment is our other show.
Oh, oops. Well, support all the shows. But for this one, Insights into Tomorrow.
There we go.
It's a mistake on my notes there. So getting into today's topic, we are talking about voter suppression. It is a big topic in the news, so we thought it would be pertinent to cover it. So going over to my co-host, what do you think when you think of voter suppression? What comes to mind for you?
Well, I mean, if I just rip it right out of the headlines at this point in time, it seems to be today interference with the U.S. Postal Service, since we're going to be depending on mail-in voting during the pandemic. But it's a sadly, much richer, deeper history than just what we're seeing today. Even going back to the technology-related stuff from the 2016 election with the emails and the hacking and everything else. So it's much more complicated than what we're seeing today. And what we're seeing today is some pretty sophisticated voter suppression technique.
Yep. Like you mentioned what we're going through today, what's going on in the past, and that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to break things down from the past, the present, and then go ahead and look at the future. So starting off, according to Wikipedia, which I know professors out there are going to get me for citing that, but I think it's a pretty good definition. It says voter suppression in the United States concerns allegations about various efforts, legal and illegal, used to prevent eligible voters from exercising their right to vote. So these things can vary depending on the place, the state, or the method. A lot of the voter suppression is tied directly to voting rights, which started at the beginning of democracy itself. Initially, we'll actually touch on that later. I got mixed up there, so that's just a tease for the past. The current state of voter suppression, we'll look at what President Trump is doing, how he's dealing with the Postal Service, like you mentioned, and how he's using tactics of fear during this pandemic to sort of encourage people how to use their votes and what might happen, and how